give us a tour. And so, Mr. Betts, you're up.
All right. So you guys walked in, you saw everything. The parking lot's still full with everybody working on it. There's still some things we're finishing up. A lot of smaller items, one or two bigger items, but nothing too crazy. The last night, they actually finished up all the metal coping around the eaves and a lot of the top. So now it looks like that design that we had in our vision when we first started, at least on the outside. So when you're driving by, it looks a very finished building on top to make it all kind of start coming together. But one of the things, when you come in, this is our secure vestibule. You'll be able to come in, but you won't be able to move in from here until you're buzzed in through the office, or if you have your swipe card to get in. My favorite thing, and we were joking about it, the little door is one of the coolest things. We saw that at MSD Washington, and we were just like, hey, we gotta have that. And even when we were there, we saw little kids. I mean, they go to that door, they know that's for them, and it's just so cool because it's for them. As we go around as well, you'll see some different kinds of furniture. The benches in the hallways, the wood benches like that are from Purposeful Design. Company out of Indianapolis. They did those, and they did our conference table in the office as well. Anything in this area, Katie, that you want to talk about, or are you good?
No.
You jump in anytime, because you've been kind of on this journey with us as well. Oh, I gotta go the other way to get that door open for you.
No, Brett, he's gonna make you go through there.
You gotta go.
Come on.
You gotta get under there.
I got you. Thank you.
Yeah, right here on. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta get all the way through, all the way through.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Clear. So once we get everybody in, they're waiting, you know, the family's waiting, we've got other people in here waiting to come in, if they're doing assessments, waiting for an IEP meeting, waiting to meet with Katie, teachers, anything like that. They can be out here for the family waiting area. Intentionally designed this with the idea in mind that we're gonna have little ones out here, so things for them to play with, a nice little outdoor scene area, little place they can think it's their own little cubby to hide in over there if they want to. The paw prints leading you in for the kids into the building as well, and then with our kind of like nature theme with all of it being outdoors, being cubs, we've got our outdoor scenery with the clouds hanging from the ceiling, and then Katie's team, they'll be able to put things on the monitors so that people know, current events, things going on, anything like that they want to put out there. Another small aspect that we saw in other places, having storage right near this front door, especially for salt, shovels, anything to help in the winter, some cleanup items, just so that we're able to have things out here for either maintenance or custodial. That's right here for those times when, hey, during the day it got real cold. It went from 42 degrees to 19 during the day. It's cold out there. Let's get some salt out there. Lots of items like that that were intentionally put in the design of the building with us and Schmidt. Any questions? All right, let's go through the office and then we'll kind of cut through and go into the building. Do not look to your left. No, you look that way.
I saw it when I walked in.
We're having some issues there, so they're supposed to be coming to work on that. If that doesn't work out, we're gonna take that down, paint the wall blue to match there, and then we're gonna have them do a sublimation type of piece that'll look like that, but doesn't have to be hand done. So we're getting there on that one. That one's just been a little bit of an issue. Front desk, obviously made, so later on the road, whatever we're gonna do, if we need to have two people up here, there's always room for it. Bus radio will be there. There'll be another little, once this is finished and done, we'll have another little seating area here as well, so families are waiting either to go in for assessments, conferences, anything like that, and then extra space out there again in that second vestibule. Behind Debbie over there, that's the security office for our SRO. And from in here, parents can access this. If they need to talk to the security officer, they're going to assessment, or the clinic door is back to the left over there behind the sign, so that they can get anywhere they need to, also without, it keeps it secure. Parents don't have to go into the building, they can go to anything they really need to for their kid, if they're coming from a meeting in this area. Even we added a restroom to this side as well, so if parents are here waiting, they can go to the restroom and not have to go into the back part of the office or into the building
They are not,
if it's
they
not
only
needed.
stay half day. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at little things,
Yeah.
all the letters of the alphabet are in the wallpaper, which it's really nice, but when you go to do something like that, it makes it really difficult. So that's part of the issue with that paw print that we're trying to work through. And then just all the furniture we needed for it out here as well. Conference room, behind you there, that was the table done by Purposeful Design. We've got monitors.
What
It
does
really,
she
if
have
you
right now?
think about it, kind of mirrors the conference room at the central office. We've got the whiteboard on one side, monitors on
Right.
two other sides, so no
These
matter
kids
where
will
you are
come
sitting in
in,
there,
their
you can still
hours
see what's
are
going on for any
8:45
meeting.
to 11.
Everybody can go
On
on
the
the
Purposeful Design,
Yeah.
are you guys familiar with this company and what they do and who they try to help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am, I don't know.
So it is,
Oh, it's
second
been-
chance opportunities for people.
Oh, okay.
And that's what it is, if people get it, either they stumble, whatever, a company out of Indianapolis gives them, learns a new skill, and then that's where this comes from.
You got it. It's a really cool place. If you've ever flown out of Indianapolis, which most of us probably have, if we have to go somewhere, all the furniture that's in all the tables in the food court areas are done by Purposeful Design up there as well. They're kind of, it's a pretty neat company. But again, really intentional in the way we did all this, so that, especially for the principal, they can come right into your conferences. They can make it real easy for that person to traverse through the building and done what they need to be done. They do, everything, we took the trip down to check out a lot of furniture, and that was a huge thing, I think, for all of us to see what was available, what we could get, how it all fits together, and Business Furniture did a really good job of kind of helping us put that vision all together for everything here, because we have stuff from Steelcase, Muso, what was the other place called? The mom, or the Smith Systems, the dad and the daughter, I remember them.
Norval and I.
Norva and Ibel, we have a few things from them as well, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, we have
really,
nesting tables too for, the great room
Yeah.
for PD, so they're not, because our cafeteria tables are so little.
Yeah.
If we're having meetings, or if you guys wanted to have a meeting here, we have the nesting tables to go with the nesting tables.
but working with someone like Business Furniture was really big for us, because they were able to take all the things that we were like, oh, we like that, we like that, we like that, and then saying, well, that might not fit with the concept, or that might be out of the price range, making sure it all fit together pretty well. Principal's office again, room for small meeting. Katie could probably do yoga in here too, I'm not sure.
I fixed these chairs so it's more welcoming, and I can grab a baby and rock them if I need to, and has another 2 or 3 with them. You can kind of swivel, talk, it's a little less restrictive. If I've got a hot parent, you're gonna be real calm after you start.
Right,
rocking.
for office chairs, they're.
I can hold the
pretty comfortable, too.
babies, so.
The one thing I hope you notice as we go through the building too, lots of natural light, lots and lots and lots of natural light. But even with that, keeping in mind as we go through the classrooms, lots of natural light, but also security in those rooms in case anything would ever go wrong, so.
Natural light and natural colors, very
Yeah.
Reggio Emilia.
Yeah.
Very
Oh, there you
European,
go.
very European.
Through here, offices across here, treasurer, and then these are just extra offices, but I don't wanna say they're extra because we actually have people living in it, but when we made the design, these offices were in there, we just didn't have a assigned person to them. Workroom to the left, Stacy, good job.
Yeah.
Being on it, working in the workroom. How are you?
I'm doing.
Surviving.
She's doing it.
And then another thing you're gonna see throughout the building, tons of storage in here. That storage space, staff restroom back here, again, staff can get to this one by going through the building, you don't have to go through where the parent waiting room is. Another office on your right, we have 3 different therapists in that area.
OT, SLP, PT, that's on the preschool assessment team, but they also work in the district too, so it's, the funny thing is, we called this the touchdown space in all of our meetings. And so I have a sign that I've saved that they printed touchdown space on it.
They came and redid some signs
They redid them
today, yeah.
today, but I said I need to keep that.
Where we need it.
I need to keep that sign.
Clinic.
Amanda was here earlier, dropping more stuff off.
Those are made for little guys. So the toilets, when you see them, you're gonna go, oh my gosh. I would say as we go, if you see little pieces of blue tape, that's just punchless items, little things like that. So don't pull those, don't take those off anything. Those are actually intentional. Leave those there. Clinic space, again, everything I think that they would need in here, and she's got her storage back here for anything that she would need, a couple beds for any kids that aren't feeling well. Obviously, pre-K, you gotta have your ice packs. You're darn near everything when you're 3 to 5 years old. So we got that in here for her as well. And just a good space and, you know, obviously the privacy with the curtains as well for kids, especially if they're not feeling well. If you got one that's really sick and you need to still have their kids in here.
So this Amin is coming back full-time,
Yeah.
so she'll, even though this is her main home base, she'll still travel around, and then Kara will also still be a little bit fluid back at Union in that partnership. Kara is now full-time back with the hospital, and Amanda's back with us full-time in that space, so.
You might wanna go, if you guys wanna go through that door and then.
Yeah, we can.
come
So
take a
go
hard
through
right.
there and then
Or
go
come,
right
some
into
people
the next
can
one.
come this way, there's just one more room. So, we had to pivot on this, because we have about 20 kids that have walk-in speech services. So our 3s, 4s, and 5s that are with a stay-at-home mom or at another facility, they can come and do walk-in speech here. Well, to walk down, so this was a pivot, to where we were gonna have the other speech pathologists, they would've wasted 15 minutes in their walk with their little feet. So I did a pivot, brought another desk. So we'll do walk-in services here, so it's the parents could wait and they can come in. And then also Julie Brummett, which is our intake coordinator through First Steps, will also meet with families. So it's gonna have a dual space, and I've worked it out that she's here on the opposite day she's testing. So it was able to maximize the space that the parents are real close and they could stay right in the office, so. It worked. It wasn't, we didn't realize the little tiny feet, and when they're only doing a 20-minute session and 10 of it's taken up to go on the other side for me. It wasn't smart thinking at the point, but we were pivot.
Part of our discussion from earlier, we talked about those clocks and for kids. These are those new clocks everywhere we're putting in with the speaker systems in them. I mean, you see the hallway ones, they're more of a, I don't wanna say tube, they're more like they stick out a little farther from there. Is there one down there? I couldn't remember if there was one that stuck out or a flat one on that. Yep, that's the other one.
Every mom's dream.
You beat me to it. I'd say almost every new build now, you have a wellness room, so for new mothers or anything like that. If you need to find me, I'll find you something. But nice little room for them.
Bathroom on the floor.
Again, they're still, there we
Fridge,
go.
they can sit.
And also a little refrigerator in there for them to store anything.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. DeWitt. We're gonna go say hi to them. I'll catch you in just a minute. How are you?
So then as we come through here, sensory room for, you know, the kiddos that need split up a little bit of time in there.
Show us the lights,
Didn't
Benji.
want to, Jen. Oh. If I can get it right, it's gonna be, yep, see, I don't even know how to work this. Katie does a better job with this light than me. I can't even get it to turn on. Good.
Okay.
It won't turn on. There is a light in there that kind of does almost like a disco light type of thing. It changes colors, or you can set it to a specific color if that's a color that would help the kid calm down. You had to see it, didn't you?
All that buildup.
It was blue and I was
Why would it not turn on for me?
magic touch.
And so there's some specific things in there, obviously for sensory, tactile, for, you know, pressure points for students, to do, you know, if that's one of the things for them. Pretty cool room.
Okay, I got it
I need
on.
some-
That's eyes.
Need some blue tape.
I need some blue tape. I need some blue tape. It's ready.
We'll go that way, and then we'll kind of come back down. This is our pony room, we call it pony room. What is it really called? Katie, I never know.
We nicknamed it the pony room, but, it's small group space. So this is where we'll have our in-house field trips. We bring the dentist here, we bring the vet here. The Johnson County Library, I've got scheduled, every other week to come. And so it's a great space, so we don't have to move all the furniture, it's small groups, so they can come in and the visitors can come in and bring the field trip to us, so. There's another one right there. I've also put the physical therapist in there as an area to do some things with balance beams and all the physical therapist things. So they're both interchangeable type rooms with good
And
furniture.
As we go through, you can kind of see the different lumen core pieces, again, keeping the nature theme. The blue pieces were supposed to kind of represent water going through. And as we get, when we go back that way, we'll kind of see the cafeteria and great room space. Classrooms this way. one of the things we liked that we saw at Golden Bear Academy, and okay, he's not there anymore. I can't remember if we saw it in MSD Washington too, but having those lines, the blue lines, there's a different color line on the side, helping kids line up and kind of help stay organized. You can use that. It's also a feature that kind of sticks with the nature theme, but it also gives you something to help out the guys stay in line, stay to the left. And those things stay towards the wall. And then the tack strips are up to put kids' artwork and assignments and anything like that up. In the building too. Both wings have staff restrooms, so you can have a staff restroom right here. That way I don't have to run all the way down to the office or down to another part of the building. I know they're in there working, so we can pick a different room. This is the assessment room for Katie. So when she has to come in, they need assessed and all that, they'll bring them down to this room, and do this here. On this side of the building, there's either a Jack and Jill restroom that goes between the rooms, or there's a door like that, just a door between them for easement. When we talked to the city, they wanted more easement on this side, so this side's got those going through both ways. Every room has what Katie called the bunker. We'll kind of hit that over here though, but they have stone block walls for emergencies. You would never know if we probably didn't point it out, but just because that door had to be put there, we had to come up with that creative piece, say, hey, that door goes there, we'll split the cabinetry, make sure it still works. For all the classrooms that aren't like this one, which I think that's the only one, the Jack and Jill restroom, so the classes can split those. And then each room has a storage space that doubles as that safe room for all the classrooms. TVs for them all ran through their desktops. Katie, I don't remember which places gave us all the furniture in here, but it's a conglomeration of all those places we talked about earlier.
It's a
that did
mix
all
of
this.
furniture, a mix of companies, because, the developmental preschool teachers, they're all from the same company, but you'll be able to see that in the developmental preschool classrooms, the half-day classrooms, they decided to do an oval and a 2-inch oval because they're so often working on language skills and asking questions and trying to model that, so they wanted to be closer. And then the half-day, or the full-day classrooms wanted a beam type table, so they could be in the middle, and then they could be helped, like, different reasons for different ways, so, they were able to do the two, and then when we have trapezoid ones too, so they're all from the same company, but depending on the needs of the classroom, the tables are different, but if you look in it, you would never know, so.
Some other things, when you look at the classrooms, we really tried to be intentional, especially after we went and saw some other places too, on having a hard surface space. So if we're doing some things that are a little messy, stay over in the hard space, easy to clean up, carpet for some of those other things. You know, if you're doing reading time, we've got the reading nooks over there. The sink's very intentional on having an adult sink and a child sink. And then also making sure we have the drying racks for any student artwork over in the corner as well. Tons of storage, you know, there's the cubbies for the kids. You put their bags, their coats, anything they need to above. We got a hat, you know, change shoes, change clothes in their cubby above. And then the cabinetry on top for the staff to keep things in. And then the larger cabinets as well for even more storage. Just trying to make sure that as well, when we're looking at the storage closet, but also storage in the room with all the cabinetry so that they can have all that. And then there's also other pieces, like this is one of my favorite things, this rolls. It's probably locked. So it's a rolling whiteboard. And on the back of it is more storage, plastic totes. And the way these totes were made, when we saw these, we love these. They pull out and they just lean. So a kid, if you tell a kid, hey, go get a student, hey, go get crayons out of there, they can pull this out and it's not gonna fall on them, it's not gonna knock them over, and then it just pops right back in. These tables are magnetic, there's really strong magnets on here that keep them, and you can't pop this off, you gotta really push hard.
Pull it off though. Yeah, just pull it off, yeah.
Now, if you pull that off, you can do all kinds of things, you can put it on top of here and make this an extra table as well. You can also take, she beat me to it, those X bricks, it can sit on top of the X bricks.
And then it just sits on there, and then the kids can draw on it.
And they can draw on it, so it's very versatile with what it
Like
can
they
do.
would sit, and then they could use it as another
But
table.
the company that made these kind of made it so that we'd all be interchangeable. They can use those X bricks as seats, you can use them as building blocks, you can use them as all kinds of things to go on.
Some of the rooms have
The other part, one of the other things, you may think there may not be enough seating here, but a lot of these things work multiple ways. Those experts can be seats. There's the pads that are in that cushiony, roller right there. The roller, once you take those things out, if you take them out, you can also sit in it if you want to, and use it. On the other side of that table, they're called rocker-ots. They're these little cushions that if you lift them up, you can sit on them, and you can kind of rock on them, to sit there. And then we also have, they're called crash pads, that big pillow, you know, for a kid to crash out on if they need to do that as well. Man, I'm trying to think of any more. There's a lot in the rooms that, now that I'm thinking about it. They can divide up the room a little bit with that, item over there. That is, what is that thing called? Is it just a divider?
It's a divider
It's got a specific name,
for
doesn't it?
boundaries, but it also is made with, some of sound absorbent. So
Yes.
if a child is having just a moment and screaming, one, they can have some privacy, the teacher can pull it, and so they can see everyone, no one's scared, there's still light, but also they can scream it out and it'll absorb some of that sound, so it's nice. But it also can be used as a divider, because oftentimes, students, might need boundaries at 3, they just don't know where they can go, and they can use it for like boundaries in their room, so.
Then we also have the water stand table. Do you wanna talk about those?
It's the water table of everybody's dreams, because the kids can be underneath it and look and see what's happening, they can see it from every side, it's not your typical water table, because the water table usually isn't clear. You know what the typical is. This is like the top of the line, and so not only water, but shaving cream and everything, but the kids can see what's sinking and floating from the side. If they're doing stuff with colors, they can see it from the side and go, they even show them like looking under and watching them fall and see just that. It's just experimenting and exploring and being able to see it from all angles, so, it's really cool. And then it has the lid, so they could use it for something else as well. Just really, it's every teacher's dream. And we got to have it, so. These classrooms on the north wing all have a changing table, because a student with an eligibility does not have to be potty trained to come. Our full-day students with daycare do. But the great thing is, our assistants, we did, this was one of the things I said we need to have, because it's gonna help the assistants' backs. And guess what? It's twofold, because they're gonna learn how to do stairs. So they can walk up that lock, so for safety, so it's not going back and forth, but then they're not having to pick the kids up, and they can do 2 skills at once. Now, only the north sides has changing tables, because the other students have to be potty trained. So that you'll see is a different, this turns into a storage cabinet in the south side. But this was a feature that was a no-brainer for multiple reasons, so, yeah. Oh, you
So the
ready
red light is
it?
for
Hold on.
it's for occupancy.
If you are a teacher.
So since it's Jack and Jill,
If
you
you
know
are-
if someone's in here.
Hold on, this one doesn't work.
Yeah, it does. You just turned
On?
you turned it off, which
Okay. Oh,
means
okay.
you turned it off, no
Okay.
one's in it.
No one's in
So I
there.
can be
Lights
doing
on.
story time, and if it's red, I'm like, wait just a minute.
Somebody's in there.
Yeah.
Wait just a minute.
Is that at my house? That's right. Let's talk daycare.
So the buses, someone asked about buses. Jen?
Yeah.
So, actually, I started meeting with Joe and Patty and, Tracy back in December, and we were talking through this. And at first, they were gonna park them in catty corner, and we planned the parking lot like that. Well, then when Joe and all of them came with their buses, they decided they wanted to do curb. We had them still paint the lines, because it'll help when we have like events, so people don't get crazy on parking. But he's gonna do the scoop, so everybody's curb. They've done it a couple times, and, the drivers came out and they it's good for safety too. So no one's going in between, but they'll come here, and then the car riders for half day will go there. All car riders, full day will get dropped off in the south wing.
All right, let's go, we can go back this way a little bit, we'll get to the great room and,
One of the most recent
That's not an
change
LGI,
orders.
is it? What do you call it?
Great
See
room.
that here?
No, you're one by the
Supposed to be video buzzing.
Another small group.
small group.
They said, somebody signed off for not to get it, but I didn't sign up for it. They don't even send it.
Have you two been out here yet?
No. So another small group room. This one's kind of done a little differently with some different furniture. You can do kind of the stadium seating over there. Those also pull apart if you want to use those. Manipulatives for the kids. Tons of space, tons of storage again in here, but also just another place if you want to take your kids out of your classroom and do some different things. You can come down here and do that. I think so. I know.
I
We
actually
love
came
that.
in here and some of it, actually, his food, oh, he's right here.
Yeah.
I came in and he had his drink here, and his head back here,
Just
on his
relax.
phone, I was like, glad you're having a good lunch.
Our shag carpet would be like, so you see him sing.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably did a little more.
A
Yeah.
sunken in
Remember?
room.
Remember?
Yeah.
Room that had like the carpet on the wall and everything. Playing there forever.
This is a great feature, every single classroom has the dimming lights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's staying here, so we need to get our stuff.
I love the picnic tables so
So
much.
playground, picnic tables set up, so we can be out here, you can have lunch out here, you can have kids out. I do want everybody to go out and get on the surfaces, those are the best part.
Oh.
The green
Take your
grass,
shoes off,
very
Jen.
bouncy.
Take your shoes off.
Yep. Oh, I thought you.
Yes.
So this part, again, for kids, when you're out here, they're on, you know, we do have the small hills and things like that, slide. When you come off, it's still very, very cushy, so if it's fall or anything, that's been taken care of. The concrete around, that little trike track, you can get those out, and the little items on the side, so you can stop on, gas, grocery store, all those things, they go through the tunnel, if you wanna come over here.
Is it a little warm? Is it a little warm?
Probably good to
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I need to know how warm. Oh, it is pretty warm.
Yeah.
Install a sprinkler system.
Possible.
We can do
Whoa,
this,
what's
the
that?
triangle canopy.
Take some of those up there. The nice thing about it though, it depends.
It's a good thing to do.
Put them up like this off the pieces you put first, but if you put them out there, the hard part about putting them up there is then you lose your space for running. But the nice thing about the pouring place and this, the turf area, all of this drains almost instantly. So even if it rains early in the morning and you want to still come out, probably 10 or 15 minutes after it rains, it's pretty, you can get out here and be on.
Oh no, yes, yes. And I always tell everyone, this is, Bearing is, my husband said the same thing, putting green. If you go down Bearing, that is, and stop right there, it's the most beautiful view of the building.
Seeing it from that
Because
side.
31's not pretty, Sloan and Earlywood, that is the prettiest view.
I'll give our construction crews some props too. There was a couple little things we had. The flashing on the ventilation stuck out, and they bumped it out another about 4 or 5 inches so that it wouldn't be sticking out where a kid might run. Pretty big piece there. But then, and again, out here we also have storage. That closet's a storage for outdoor equipment. This angle, you can also see the solar panels up on top that are as well. They have trikes. So here we have all that's their basic trike track. So then go and just see the little pieces over there. It's like kids and all that. And they can also if they want to drive through underneath. Great. I mean, playground. It locks both those gates on the ends locked, but are also we can unlock them. We can
But anyway, there's several.
You should have probably saved this for last.
Oh, yeah.
Benji.
There you go. All right.
Take this down, oh gosh.
We're gonna have bike races. A little 5.
Okay. Woo. Let me take this to Bloomington.
Come on, Principal Smith. There
All right.
you go. Woo!
Come on, where are you?
You watching this? I'm on his
Someone get a picture of him. Anybody get a picture? Of him. I don't want it of me.
Okay.
Ooh, those bumps. Woo. I already did, but.
I'd like to see Tade do that. I think Tade can.
Where's little sister?
This not so much. That might be a little more.
You have a swim on vacation?
Plus, if it gets to a certain so most of the time, when I stay underneath that threshold, you know, obviously today we probably play outside. And some of that stuff might be a little warm, but not to the point where it would be.
They are going to national next week, so Miss Meet the Teacher. So I had them come and then. I would agree, but it also. There's no gutter yet.
Waiting
Yeah.
on the powder coating apparently is taking a while.
Hey Benji, we have just probably about 10 more minutes.
Yep,
So,
we'll go fast.
Yep. Well, it's a repeat on the south side.
Well, the only thing I was gonna show them on the south side, Katie, aren't the lounge and then the playscape stuff, the like foam pieces.
Yeah, that's all I'm on, that's perfect.
Upstairs, just, unless you really want to see it. So cafeteria, great room, all of this set up, supposed to be like a pond in here. The tree pieces are coming to finish up, and the lumicore pieces will finish that as well. If it's cold and rainy outside, or too hot outside, we can do playtime in here, recess. We can have the trikes on this, all the tables fold and store in there, chairs store in there. We've got it, that's a great storage area in there. That is mechanical mezzanine up to PC, all that is in there. Kitchen, really awesome. They did a great job on that. Tray return, there's dry storage, and the refrigeration, and freezer. The cafeteria has their own office. They've got washer and dryer in there as well as rags, towels, anything that you clean up. And then they've got their own little restroom in there, so they can work from everything in there. Mechanical rooms, delivery, the dock, trash, everything back here, dumpsters. The nice part in this room, everything, the audio visual is Bluetooth, so the speakers are in the ceiling. And then the screen comes down with a short throw projector. And then on the side, we have all of our, there it is, the blinds are, since they're up so high, you can't really pull those down, we had automatic blinds put in so that we could close that if we needed for show, if there's one video after school or anything like that to make sure we can kind of control the lighting a little bit. Katie, what else in here? Anything else?
No, we did go ahead and, make sure we had folding tables and chairs for all our programs and events, so, we have 200 folding chairs in there along with all the, cafeteria tables and chairs, so we wanted to make sure that room held everything, so this could be a wide open space for kids to play and no one run into anything and get hurt, so. Most days we'll probably, if nice days, we'll leave cafeteria tables out, but not all the time.
But it feels like, the picture, I like, this looks like it's wood, it's actually aluminum. So that way it just matches on the outside, and the transition looks seamless, and it gives us the perspective that we have actually wood underneath that, but it really isn't, it's aluminum, it matches everything on the outside. They've done a really nice job, in terms of that space.
I've had some people come in here and say, when they look up, they don't see like birds, they see the Franklin kite. So now I can't unsee it. Then someone said, is there a button over there so they can fly? And I said, they'll hold it.
That would be no. Yeah, that would be That's right, exactly.
Yep, these are gaming restrooms, so the bigger ones, the sinks are on order, they're supposed to talk to our guys, they're in tomorrow, they'll have those hooked up tomorrow. But there's 3 or 4 stalls each one, boys, girls. So again, so if we have anything Katie would have, she has performances or graduation for the kids, anything like that, restrooms for adults and kids, on this side of the building too. Around the corner, we have a lounge, I've got more storage in
Here are
here.
these nesting tables too, so we just did a PD last week, and it's, so they're on wheels, we'll roll them out, they're great, very easy.
And then we're gonna go right down. So down here, we have adult restrooms too, extra ones you can use during any gatherings.
Don't look in there.
We're working on that room. And then, what is drawn there?
Oh,
Okay.
it's.
I didn't know what was drawn. I knew there were,
One of my custodians is also an artist.
this one's the teacher's lounge, so if they wanna come eat lunch, they can work in here. But it's sort of like a south side, I guess, of the building, more, workroom, but slash lounge. You know, like the other one's more of just a sit, stand up, you're doing some work in there. This one, we can come in, you can sit down and work, you can sit down at lunch, breakfast if you get here early. And still have everything you need to. We've got storage in this room, both the little small containers, and we also have a storage closet as well.
So,
I got you.
so, you know how we talked about that system on, the whole building is this system. So let's say I need clothespins for a project or wiggly eyes. I can take this whole thing and go put it in the one in my room and exchange it. So the teachers can share and collaborate when they're doing certain things and just go put this in theirs and then bring it back. We have this system here in the lounge, so if they ever need anything, they can just take it and mix it, or go down each room, so everybody's not buying, you know,
These are the ones that are super
maximize.
durable too, right?
Very much.
Yeah,
You
you
know
can
you can stand on those.
stand
You
on
can
it, you
stand on
remember?
these, you're not gonna break them.
Yeah, and they all have
And
lids.
they slide down like that, give an angle so you don't have, it'll be fine there. So that's
You
another.
need pipe cleaners, you need pipe
Yeah.
cleaners. And then there'll be an art closet, it has all the paint. From what I've learned, that when you have 4 different locations, you are not efficient, and everybody has a gallon of paint. So we're gonna get rid of all that paint before we buy any, but, construction paper, all that stuff will be in there.
Is that a promise?
That it's gonna
I
be
didn't
more
hear it. What was
efficient.
it?
She's gotta get rid of stuff.
Oh, yes.
Is that a
We
promise?
have. But look how much paint's in there.
Uh-huh, yeah.
It is.
uh-huh.
I imagine this
4.
room, a school full of kids will build that.
Yeah. When you have 4 different places and coming into one, everybody
nice-
has their own gallon.
A nice little weird design feature that a lot of people don't think about. So in all of these closets that have the HVAC units, they did the LVT, the vinyl tiling out 3 feet from them, so that you would know not to put anything that close, so that the returns don't get blocked and everything like that, so that our HVAC system is still taken care of. So
Good.
every classroom that has one of those systems in it, the LVT is blue out to 3 feet past it, and then it turns back into the regular LVT, so that we know not to put anything in front of those.
She said, "You think so?"
They brought a bunch of stuff.
She said, "You know,
He's already got our ones.
You used to be a preschooler. She already went home. She was here all day.
Of course, he's fairly mister.
Yeah, yeah. So then we're on repeat. Now, on the south side, they didn't make us do the additional exit out. So there's walls and not another door. Just on the north side. See that it's all one cabinet, it's not split by a door. That's one difference, and then the changing tables. Yes, so these. So for dramatic play.
Very nice building. Functional building.
So when, everybody's gonna put some in their rooms, but it depends on like what they're doing with dramatic play, and you gotta, you know, do a veterinarian, and you've got, but then they collapse and they just go on those racks right there, and there, they collapse
Okay.
all in one piece, so then they can store well, but we wanna have them out and about for everything that's happening next week, so. The markets are in the room, and then they'll trade out with the puppets.
And talk about the donation too for toys.
Yeah, that went through the board,
This
These are the donations?
This was the donation.
Julie
So,
Wells.
Julie Wells donated,
Very nice stuff.
$5,000 worth of catalog toys that were discontinued, so she reached out to me. So I'm gonna there's not like 12 of everything, so I'm gonna let the teacher shop and get what they want out of here, so we're gonna do this on Monday. I didn't wanna pick what they had, but I even grabbed some toddler toys just for the students with developmental delays needing that level.
Yeah, when
But
she
yeah.
said she had donations, I didn't realize that.
That's what was
Oh,
on
it's
that board
good
agenda.
quality stuff, yeah.
Yeah, this company's from France
Yeah,
that
she
she works
sells
for.
toys, yeah,
Did you go?
and gets to travel around the world selling toys. Who knew that you could do such a job?
Such a fun job.
So we've got, I found the coolest, that we find random things happen. So, Lakeshore has a nice little broom and cleaning set, so cute, right? If you don't read the fine print, you don't, no, you don't get the thing that holds them all.
Oh.
But it shows it with it. You gotta read the fine print. But the kids then can learn responsibility after they've made a mess with the sensory table or whatever, but, we're holding them until we have to stand.
I was gonna say, this stands on the
Yeah.
board.
So,
Katie, what else? I think that I want to have a room down here to show off the rest of the pieces, but
yeah, this is kinda where we're holding things right now, cause we're just getting shipments all the time. So we separate it and make sure, Stacy, make sure it's all counted off, so.
And then that's the door where parents will drop off
yes.
full day.
Full
Have to
day.
have
Yep.
the direct
Between
line to
6:45
Franklin
and
And that's the
Fire.
one that's got the speaker.
It will,
It's on its way.
It will.
Top 3 things on my list.
It will.
Yeah. So we will have an open house on the 29th of August. You all have been invited. We've invited dignitaries from the state as well as the city. We'll have a few speeches, we'll give a tour.
We know
of the
that's a Saturday,
facility.
right?
Huh?
Mhm.
It is Saturday. Yep. We did that, number
Safety.
one, to give us a chance to get in the building. And number two, going in the morning on Saturday to allow us to get people in and then get out to do other things as
Right.
well. So that's what we're doing. So no, Katie, Benji, thank you for shepherding us in.
Thank you.
Like I said, saying a few minutes ago, just like any other new construction, you'll see some things like, is that really what it's supposed to be? But they've done a really good job of making sure that we get the blueprints and what we spec when the bids all started, a year and a half ago or whatever.
One last thing I'll add, Doc, it's been awesome. All of our neighbors have been awesome to us as we've
Yeah.
been going through it. We've communicated with all of them, I feel pretty well. Again, always with some bumps and things like that, but it's been nice that they knew who we were. And if something they didn't like or something that they were worried about, they knew to contact us.
Yeah.
Whether, it doesn't matter who it is. And then what we're trying to do, I know Katie's talked to the fire department across the road. I've been in contact with Wawa people who are gonna be coming in, and we've built relationships with them too, so we're hoping to keep that going as we move forward as well. It's just been really nice with our community and the people around us that they've worked well with this, because this is a big thing going into a space that was the same thing for 50 years, and so it's a big change, but it's been good.
If you recall, there's gonna be a private drive. Wall was putting that in, and when we originally were talking about the building, it was gonna be done before we were ready to open. Obviously, that's not here. That's still planned.
So when you
Got
look
the
out
stop
there,
signs and
we
everything.
have our cutouts to that, where that private road will be already put in.
Yeah,
So they'll
just,
connect
if anybody
into
else
it.
like, well, where's the road to nowhere again? But that's why.
You see
Yeah.
people turn and
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Where's the property, where's our property, is it right?
It's about where that dumpster is.
Yeah, I was gonna say about where that stop sign and dumpster are out there, because that's where they'll pick up and bring that road across. So it's probably about that stop sign.
But we had to retain the water. If you remember, you can see those trees that are out there.
Yeah.
That's all of our retention.
No, I don't think that's dry out there,
So that'll eventually fall.
Yeah.
a little bit, on hard rains.
Yeah. And then, if you remember, the last thing is Indian American Water allowing us to be on their property for that easement for our actual sign.
Right.
And that was another partnership, and they're happy to do it in that space when I talked to them.
It's in our large sign up there, it's coming in the next couple of weeks,
Yeah.
that was the last thing that's going up, but they.
Sit on that. It really is, it's the new and modern
Oh,
beanbag. Yeah, it really,
No, it's awesome.
It really is great.
You know what, that's my favorite chair right there, that one, I love those things. You lift it
Teacher
up,
can roll around
roll
with your
around,
centers.
it's actually pretty comfortable. for
Watch your
small
head.
kids.
Yeah, there's no back on it?
There's no back, but it's actually, there's enough to make you kind of sit up a little bit,
Any other questions for the board?
Swivel, so we can kind of deal with that too.
Well, I wanna thank you for today's retreat from the professional development side, looking at collective bargaining and everything, and then obviously, moving forward with what we did today, so. A few days, we'll be back at it. We'll do 8:45 in the morning on Monday. Opening day, you're all welcome. President Gill's gonna say a few words. We've got some things
prayer?
behind. No. And then, then we're going to, have work day. We have several back to school events, and then we all get together on Wednesday, with everything. So we're excited about that.